Working with a beginner. Before you start training a beginning player, I want you to understand a few simple points. First, keep your training sessions short and allow them to merge into a game or something fun. Young players really just want to have fun, and a little trickery to get them to work never hurts. Make sure they also understand it's okay to do things wrong. Even the greatest players in the world at some point in their life kick the ball the wrong way. Understand you may not visually see results. As a trainer, you may not think you're making progress. However, it may be happening and you just don't see it.
One of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to try and eliminate the problem from the evolution of the soccer kick, which is we push the leg through or we fail to load. Those are the two biggest problems we see: failure to load and a push through. To start that process, we start with a soccer hop. So, Ryan and Lindsay, the first thing I want you to do is you're going to approach the ball, you're going to have busy feet, hop and load. That's all I want you to do. Ready? Go. Busy feet, hop and load. Back up. Again. Keep doing it. Busy feet, hop and load. Again. Hop into it and load. Again. Busy feet, hop and load. Good. Just like you're about to kick the ball, you're going to stare at the ball, hop. That's the soccer hop. The soccer hop is just simple movement. It is a forward lunge and load. Always start with busy feet on your toes and then forward hop and lunge. Watch Dan very closely. Watch the position of his leg and watch for the soccer hop. We're going to compare this to a kick in just 1 second. Now, does this position look familiar? That's the soccer hop. Next step we're going to do is learn the V-swing. The first thing we have to do with the V-swing, though, is we have to understand that if we're trying to get a toe down kick or toe out kick, that they're going to hit the ground and it's going to hurt. So we want to go ahead and we want to teach them how to raise the hip so that they can swing through without hitting the ground. And it's a very simple motion. Just want you to stand behind the ball, put it like this, 2 feet together. Now what I want you to do is I want you to just bring your kicking toe back to your heel. Now I want you to raise up on your tippy toe, but I want you to do it by raising your hip. Lift your hip up. I want your toe. Again, do it again. Get your feet together, toe back to your heel, lift your hip until you can point your toe way down. Good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to keep that hip up and I want you to swing through just like this. Go ahead. Keep the V position all the way through. Good. So what we're doing is this motion where we have a V back, V through. The V motion doesn't really change. We just keep that V locked in and we're just going back and forward. Remember, this is the first time that young players have felt this motion. It's not going to be comfortable and their toe will have a tendency to come forward. That's okay. Now what we're going to do, let's jump in with the soccer hop and let's just swing the V through and step without kicking a ball. Pretend there's no balls there. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hop, swing and step. Do it again. Again, let me show you. Watch. Hop, swing, step. Keeping the toe down until the last minute. Ready? hop. Perfect. Now we don't have to jump off our foot. We don't have to have a point where we jump. We don't have to see that. All we want to see is just a swing through and step. We're just going to leave that plant foot behind us. Let's try it again. Ready? Ready, hop. Good. But try and keep that toe pointed down as long as possible. Exaggerate that. Go ahead and do it again. Ready? Ready, hop. That's good. Very good. Here's one way that you can help battle muscle memory. Have the player run through, hop, grab their foot, then release the foot and allow the leg to swing through. A lot of young players have muscle memory already established, and it's hard to fight this. This little drill will help. We're going to introduce young players to 3 basic kicks. There's a 4th we're going to introduce them to, but the 3 are the primary. Inside of the foot, outside of the foot, and an angle kick. So let's go ahead and let's do a soccer hop, load the V, and just gently come through with inside of the foot. Ready? On your mark, set, hop. Good. One more time. Inside of the foot. Hop in. Good. Now let's do outside of the foot. Hop in and swing through. Good. One more time. Outside of the foot. Now, this is where we're going to learn the angle kick. And the reason why we learn the angle kick is because the angle kick allows us to throw our toe down towards the ground without stubbing it. That's going to hurt. So we're going to come in and we're going to do a slight angle kick, and we're going to catch the ball right on the sweet spot of our foot that we talked about earlier. So it's going to look like this. We come approach the ball from an angle, we hop in, and we just push through and step. Go. Good. Now Ryan, you're extending your legs straight right here. I want to see you try and keep a little bit of a V in it, okay? So when we come through, try and keep a little bit of a V as you go through. Ready? And go. Good. Excellent. And remember, we're approaching from an angle. So our leg's going to come in at an angle and kick, swing, and then it can swing around back to the front. Ready? And go. Excellent. That's the angle kick. Now, let's talk about the 4th kick that we have to be careful about. We don't want to introduce right away, but we're going to need to introduce it, especially when we start teaching the volley kick. And that's the straight kick, where we come in, the leg simply goes straight back and straight forward. Straight back, straight forward. We maintain the V. Straight back, straight forward. We're just going to step through this, hop in, step through. Ready? With no ball. I just want you to hop in, straight back, like this. Go. One more time. Go. One of the big problems we have to deal with young players is they always want to kick hard and we have to slow them down. It's almost impossible. So we came up with a little drill that they have to do slow. And all they're going to do is they can only kick the ball far enough that it just rolls to that person's feet. And that's it. So let's go ahead and let's start with inside of the foot. Now remember, your goal is do a smooth motion through, step, but I want that ball only rolling to their feet. Ready? Go. Perfect. Again, keep your eye on the ball. Good. Try it again. Now I want you to do outside of the foot, same way. Ball should only roll. Now, when we do outside of the foot, you have to keep in mind that we have to tilt our body so that the ball goes this way. So as we kick, we're actually going to be a little bit tilted away, and we're just going to V swing through and step. Slow motion. because I want to show you something. Right now, Ryan, what you're doing is you're hopping in and then you're loading. I want to see this. Hop and load, then step through. One motion, ready? Hop and load, one motion. There you go, good. That's it, that's the motion, good. Now let's switch over to the angle kick or even a lace kick, either one you want to do. Hop in and be loaded and then just step through with the V, not a kick. Good, again. Good. Let's make sure that after we make the contact, we just step through. Not jump, just step. Remember, as we hop, what do? Load, that's right. We hop and load at the same time. Good. Keep your leg a little bit bent. Good. Don't let that leg pop straight. Good, that's much better. Remember the knee to the chest feeling? Let's start doing that now. Let's start taking the knee to the chest almost. Beautiful, that is much better form. Excellent. Move back a little bit so you can get a nice big hop and load and knee to the chest. There you go. Don't just bring your knee up, I want you to step through it as you do it. Step through. There. Excellent. That was perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's stop it right there. Now, we start this drill, and we start this drill very, very close, and I'm talking 3 or 4 feet to force them to kick soft until they get familiar with it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to step back and back and back until we get more, and then we can let them put a little bit of power into it, but we got to keep coming back in. If you see the form break down wide, bring it back in. Work out, bring it back in. Do that consistently. Let's talk about introducing or taking a child from an actual kick where we just kick with our toe and into kicking with the laces, and why that's impossible. It really is impossible, because if you go from this kick and now all of a sudden you put your toe down, what happens? And it hurts, doesn't it? I mean, you will sprain the top of your foot. So what we have to do is we have to learn to lift this hip up, and we have to learn to go ahead and kick through the ball. The easiest way to do that is with the angle kick, where we come in and we have the ability to throw our toe a little bit to the side, the sweet spot kick. We also will slow it down even more, and we'll do the straight kick, but we're going to do it very slow, and it's not a kick, it's just a step through. And we want to remember, if we do this fast, what's going to happen? We're going to stub our toe, and it's going to hurt. So the first thing we're going to do, Ryan, is going to come in just gently, V-swing all the way through. Stare at a point on the ball, and just come in an angle and just release your foot and your toe right at the ball. Come back over here and go ahead. Very good. Now come straight behind the ball. You'll notice that what we have is we have cones. We have the cones and we have the ball up, so that the child feels like, I have to raise this up some, otherwise I'm going to hit the cone. That's the feeling. Force them to lift up the hip some. So now what you're going to do is very gently, just come through and step. Keep your eye on the ball the whole time. Allow that little V to swing through. Go ahead. Good. Let's do it one more time. Set one up and I'll set one up. Got it? Angle back over here so that you can, even more. I really want an angle, so you can come in and just sort of swing and let your body go through very softly. Go ahead and kick an angle one over there. Excellent. Now let's do the straight kick. The straight kick, I want you to go through it, and I want you to go towards the net after you're done. So it's going to be, okay? Go ahead, and let's see it. Excellent, very good. That's how we go ahead and we keep youth players from stubbing their toe. Use a cone and let them feel that they have to raise that hip up just a little bit to actually contact the ball. It's a great assistance piece. Once we learn how to load in a kick, the next step that we're going to see, or the next problem we're going to see, is the excessive push through that we talked about in the evolution of the kick, which is we come in and then we push through real hard, and we even sometimes fall on the ground. Once we learn how to load, it's just a simple motion, just like the golf swing, where we load and we release. And that's what we want to teach the young players, so they get rid of that excessive push through. Once contact is made with the ball, anything else beyond that, as far as force goes, doesn't make any difference. The follow through is just a gentle release of the energy. So what we want to do is we want to get them to load and punch. That's what we want to do. Start on the load and punch to help correct that excessive push through. Now Ryan, what I want you to do is, I've got a line set up here. Your shooting foot can't go past that line. You're going to shoot very softly, and all I want you to do is I just want you to just watch the ball, hop in, and just punch. You're going to do it at a medium speed. Just walk in and punch. Go ahead, let's do the first one. Good, very good. Let's go ahead and let's do the rest of them. Good. Your foot can go a little bit through, but try and keep it behind that line. Good. Now remember, we're kicking with the sweet spot, so come in at an angle, get a nice load, and just release at the ball. Good. Excellent. Now, instead of having this push motion, you'll notice that what we've done is we've gone to a load and release. Again, a load, release. More of a snapping motion down. Our whole body turns, snaps at the ball. The follow through is just gentle. Now we're going to set them up again, and we're going to let you do a little bit of a light follow through, okay? Good. Again. Excellent. Beautiful. Your whole body's relaxed except for that ankle, which is locked. Just come in and just pop. Excellent. Again. Excellent. Now we've helped cure. Now this drill, anytime you start to see that excessive pushover, pull this drill out. Line them on the line, load and punch and stop. Punch and stop. But we don't want just that motion. We can move it back and say, punch, gentle release. That's the transition. When it comes to beginning players, we don't want to spend a bunch of time on plant foot positioning. However, what we always see in beginning players is the plant foot is positioned too far behind the ball. Here's a simple drill that helps them get used to stepping closer to the ball. Here's a simple way to work on plant foot or your placement foot. All it takes is a ring. You can even take a can of spray paint, paint a circle on the ground, put it down, put the ball on the edge. All we're going to do is we're just going to run up very gently so we don't hurt our foot. Make sure our plant foot goes right inside that circle. Do a gentle kick. Go ahead. Good. Again. Nice and easy. Go ahead. Good. Again. Go ahead. Beautiful. Simple and easy, wasn't it? But it needs to be worked on. let's talk about youth players and introducing them to a volley kick. This is not an easy thing to do, but if you follow the simple steps, it's an easy way to introduce at any age. When we start off with a volley kick, all we do is we hold it with our fingertips, barely with our fingertips. We lean over at the shoulder, and all we're going to do is just step through. That's all we're going to do, a straight volley. Lean, step through. So let's go ahead and let's start. Go ahead and just start through. I want you to hang over just like I showed you. Go ahead and just step through. Now hold it with your fingertips. There you go. Get it low. Just step through. Beautiful. Again. Go ahead. Good. Now the small ball. Beautiful. Now come back. Side of the foot. Good. Keep your motion going forward. I want you to step through it. Keep going through it. Beautiful. Excellent. And that's how we start with the volley. The one thing we want to do, and do it with me, is we want to come back and don't let our foot go past our knee like this. Try it. That's what I want to see. It almost feels like I'm going to fall on my foot. Ready? Try it. Back, stop, knee is in front. Okay, let's try it. Ready? Hold the ball. Just go ahead and bounce them and do that same thing. Beautiful. Good. What happened there? Foot came out. Yeah, we did a flick. Ready? Remember, slow, we just want to do, foot doesn't go in front of the knee. Much better. That was good and low. Very good. Now we're going to work on side of the foot volleys. And it's pretty simple. It's just like a straight volley where we let the knee lead us. But this time we're going to do it with the side of the foot and the knee goes towards the bottom of the net. Very simple. You ready? Show me how you're going to do it without a ball. Just go in. Good. But one thing you can't do is what? Stop your motion. So let's go through and let's do it and keep going towards the net. Go ahead. Good. Good. Try it again. Let the ball go low. Don't rush. Now, we're going to actually bounce the balls towards you, but you've got to concentrate on one thing, and what is that? Knee, right? Yeah, your knee has to lead everything. Your knee leads on when you kick it with your laces. Your knee leads when you go side of the foot. And when we do outside of the foot, same thing. Your knee leads and it'll always go low. Beautiful. Go. Good. Good. Now we're going to talk about, some people call it a roundhouse kick. You can call it whatever you want, but all it is just a side volley like this, straight through. And the easiest way to learn this, and you can do this with me, is all we're going to do. Ready? Let's do it. Hands down by your side for balance. We're just going to lift our leg and step through. Again, face this way so you don't kick me. We're just going to lift, across, and step. Good. Up, really bring it across, and step. Now, you got to stay light on this toe here because you can't be on your heel. Your weight's got to be on your toe. So when you go like this, you can step because you're almost going to leave that back foot. Good. Okay, now let's try it with a ball. Ready? Good. Ready? Number 3, so watch it carefully. Good. Now do the movement without a ball. Up, lace towards the net, step. Good. Ready? Here comes the ball. Good. Again. Good. And let this, step back here. Let your whole body turn towards the net when you shoot. Okay? Try it without a ball. There you go. Great. Ready? Beautiful. Ready? Comes a number 1-y. Good. Ready? Here's another 3. Really watch the ball. Good. Very good. Good job. When you watch the following clip, see if you can identify what we learned. Now, let's watch it in slow motion. Watch closely and you will see that the leg swings through in a V motion, keeping the ball low. This is a very difficult process to teach any player, not just beginning players. We're going to show you this clip in slow motion. Notice all the stutter steps taken prior to the shot. Here is a very basic way to introduce them to this feeling. We want them to realize that they can simply turn one of their strides into a shot and push it through the ball. We start this very, very slow, exaggerating large steps and just push through the ball. Next, we gradually increase the speed, going faster and faster. Young players need to learn the feeling of shooting in stride. You know, it's funny because when it comes to in-stride shooting, it really doesn't matter what age the player is. We always start with slow motion process, stepping through step by step, slowly till our body can feel that one of our strides eventually becomes a shot. Our goal is to remove the stutter steps in between a normal stride and a load and shot. This is a very difficult thing to learn. However, even young players, 7, 8, 9-year-old players can learn this motion. Just remember, this is going to take a long time to learn, but you'll notice one thing about a lot of these shots. The majority of these shots will be low ground shots. They'll be fast and low, and that's actually a benefit.